mean, oh my God. It's George Clooney. He doesn't have to either.
The gates are always closed when he leaves. Is he still here? Clooney.
Can we get a photo?
He can't hear you, Mandy. Get closer so he can see that you're there. So I figured, okay, I'll just get George here, and if I don't get him, I'll go over to the premiere and give it a shot over there. These are the boards that I just put photos on, hoping he's gonna sign them. I'm gonna try to put as many as I can in case he decides to rack and sign a whole buttload of autographs.
One to the other, huh?
Yeah, he's stiffed. Excuse me, trying to go fast. Excuse me, right behind you. Thank you. Excuse me. Big redhead coming through.
Whoa, they actually touched this paper.
Can't block the hallway. Everybody got to keep moving. Either you're in line waiting for somebody or you're walking.
Welcome to my chamber. This is my little corner. The fan comes to say hello, take some pictures. I do some autograph.
I've been asked to sign a boob now and then. That's okay. I'm cool with that.
It's the residual payments they never got from the fans, coming up and just giving their love.
I had to meet Michael Cole from Hotspot. It took me 40 years to meet him, and he's right over there, and I'm just like 13 all over again.
I'm going to tear up.
It's a jungle out there. It's a war.
The question is it an obsession or is it a passion?
I've been at almost every show.
Everybody outside!
Everyone needs a hobby. If you don't have an interest or a hobby, you're generally pretty boring.
I got D. Snyder. He wants to say hello.
Okay, fuck off.
I was falling asleep, but I made it. I was there.
There's a convention for everything now. Come here, get laid, and get some autographs.
My name is Josh Kuhn. I'm a professor at USC and author and curator. And I've been working with the librarians of the Central Library for the past several years on a series of projects based on their archives and special collections. And I decided I'm going to pick probably the most difficult to explain, which is the autograph collection. So the history of signatures and signing one's name goes back to the dawn of humanity. We can go back to 3100 BC to the first signatures left on Sumerian clay tablets. We can, of course, also famously look at cave paintings, at Native American petroglyphs, all these early examples of humans wanting to leave their mark.
You had me right. The classic line, I feel as good as I look. Yes. Eliza Roberts,
Von Leibowitz? Just a minute.
Hasn't the number of conventions increased lately? I'm gonna look and see what you have coming up. Conventions in our base camp schedule. It's a lot. You have Hagerstown, Maryland for 3 days. You are gonna take the red eye from Hawaii.
Think of myself, Charlie!
To LAX, not leave LAX, and take a morning flight to Dusseldorf, Oberhausen, to do House of Horrors.
I'm Vince Roberts. I'm a big fan.
Okay, honey?
This is something that you only get to do after you're old because, you have to do enough stuff that you have a couple generations you want to
buy pictures of you and have your autograph.
No stuff of lights, cops, nothing. Going to join your wife?
My wife, who's my manager, she says, the people who love you need to see you. They need to have access to you. You need to be approachable. And that's why she says something. She calls it my giving back. And
I'm gonna kick your ass.
And they really appreciate it. I mean, it just goes such a long way. They just remember it forever. It's just a great grassroots way to talk to the fans. I've gotten so many paddles. People come and they're like, "Can you sign my paddle?" So many paddles. My Walking Dead pics. I got these guys, which I have. And that's me there. Hey, I'm Luke. You know me. I'm with this crew here. You know, like I have other people there, so they go, "Oh yeah, you're Luke with that crew." I'm like, yes, because it's such a huge ensemble. You know, people recognize me from the Goldbergs. Love that. DeLorean. That's me with a DeLorean, man. Like, how cool is that? And look how excited I am. Then they know me from the Fantastic Beasts stuff. I love this moment from the movie. A convention will say, hey, we'll give you a certain amount of money, come and you sign a bunch of pictures, headshots.
It's called a personal appearance.
You go to a green room where everybody's just waiting for a line to form at their table. You go to the table and all your books and stuff are laid out, your pictures.
And all the pictures have numbers. They look at the pictures and they say, I want number 8, I want number 14, I want number 2.
So hopefully on a good day, you have like a really nice, snaking line. And then there's someone there that's just like, thank you, next. And then, here's, it's like, take a photo with Goofy.
What's going on, sir?
How's it going? How you doing?
Good. I like the steel. Oh, this is not the steel. It's fake steel.
Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
I'm glad to see that they've proliferated for, schmoes like me. I could do a convention every weekend. I could do 52 weeks a year.
I came here because I wanted to see Bruce Campbell.
Now, if you, for example, are gonna stab her or something, a ninja can come in and here, lift up your arm. On a cue, can go, so it looks like you're going, oh!
I think my first convention was about 88. And in those days, it was really mostly actors who were in stuff a while ago. Now you still have a mix. You still got your Lou Ferrignos. Now you got your Norman Reeduses and your Johnny Bernthals, people who are in shows right now.
When I think of cons, I think of Lou because he was there at the very first one that I went to, and he was there signing, I think, at every single con I've ever been to.
There's a convention for everything now. Look, pop culture's out of the closet. We love to see where the sausage is made. We love, for some reason, let's go meet these people.
I started collecting when I was about 10 years old. My very first autograph was Lucille Ball. She always signed Love Lucy, but for me, she signed Lucille Ball, which is a rare autograph to have.
Today I got to meet Tatum O'Neal and Kristen McNichol, and they were my childhood crushes, so I had to come.
That really puts me off.
You get to know them, even if it's just for a minute, rather than here's the picture, sign, next.
Next. This is a part of being a public figure that I never really experienced before.
Go to hell, you old bastard.
Hey, I think they liked us.
It's my first time, but I've been the biggest fan of Commander Riker since I was about 10 years old.
Eternity never looked so lovely.
Excuse me?
I was referring to the view. Eternity never looked so lovely.
And in fact, I get to tell him. Got to meet him already. To tell him how great he is. I'm gonna meet him later for a picture.
quite often these conventions are a little bit like therapy, though, for the people coming up to the table. Like, I cannot tell you how many people burst into tears just walking up to the table, and then I'm a bit of a nurturer, so my tendency is going to be to hug them and tell them it's okay, it's just me.
Guys, it's not working. How do I get down? Shh. Who's got the instructions?
Just keep concentrating. Usually I'm at horror conventions, so it's usually the craft, although I get a lot of half-baked Mary Jane guys wanting to give me weed.
Oh, hey, it's Mary Jane. Do you remember I gave you a ride home from prison?
Well, could you be a little more specific? I get so many rides home from prison.
Which I'm good, thanks. I think it's a lot of being gracious, right? Because it's people coming up and saying, I love you so much, or your movie is the most important thing, or it helped me come out to my parent, or it helped shape me. So these are real life situations. I think to be laissez-faire about that would be inhumane.
You're the first to have laid eyes upon the new Messiah.
The actor Julian Sands, who is the warlock, he said it best, that when you're doing a convention and someone comes up, you want to give them your whole attention. Oh, darling, it is a 2-minute play. You're putting on a 2-minute play for them. The thing about being an actor and putting on a play is you want to be real. We're not talking about pretending to be something. We're saying, no, for those 2 minutes or however long that person is at your table, I'm going to connect with them, and I'm going to genuinely say thank you. Because if it wasn't for those people watching the movies, 90% of that stuff wouldn't still be on TV.
I'm behind the 8-ball today. Normally I have about 30 books signed. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books signed, and I've been here all day.
Hey, I'm Mike, AKA the Sixth Layer, comic book collector, autograph collector, and a behavioral therapist.
We have a crew, you know, we call it Stash Wars. On Instagram, we're Stash Bros.
And we're like a family out here.
Oh, yeah.
So what sets us apart is the volume of signatures that we have.
It's stimulus overload sometimes.
I had about 95 books signed today.
Hold on, hearts, like, look how clean that is.
This shit is fucking hot.
You know, like the movie Endgame, you know, whatever it takes to get books signed.
There's different types of collectors. There's collectors that collect, and they just collect and collect and collect. There's collectors that sell and flip, and they flip to make money to collect more stuff that they want.
Getting these signatures is taking a snapshot of history.
And then once we're at the conventions, it's about the culture and, you know, schmoozing with everybody. The whole world opens up. And you see people from all over the world, all over the city, all over the country, and they're coming to see that person. My wife, she's a nerd too. She's more of a book nerd. So she's into horror. So she goes to like the horror cons, you know, where she meets the Evil Dead cast. So she has this really cool Bruce Campbell art print.
All right, now look, let that dry for like years. All right? Don't fold that flap over.
It's introducing my son to the things that I enjoy. I mean, he goes and he gets signatures too, you know? He's an 8-year-old. He has a nickname. We call him Silver Please, because I always give him books that I want signed in silver markers.
Secret weapon.
Oh, Silver Please.
Hi, my name is Michael Medlin. Out in Hollywood, most people call me Red Bull. It's my nickname. I own the company called AffordableAutographs.com, and I'm an autograph collector. When people ask me, why do I do this as a career? Growing up as a child, I always wanted to be part of the entertainment industry one way or another. I was a child actor.
I should not have been drinking, and I apologize.
When I had an opportunity to do this, I jumped on it. The anticipation of George Clooney leaving Jimmy Kimmel. Just hoping that he comes out. His security guards over there talking to the security guards that work for Kimmel on how to get him to his car. And now that he's here with his wife, it might not be possible. So there's 3 chances you have to get every actor at the night. At arrivals of the premiere.
I need to get my
On the way out of the premiere.
Brittany, look up, Brittany.
And then coming out of the after party, if there's a party. when we have a premiere like we do tonight, we have to take a chance and gamble getting a bad position over there because we're over here. You have a choice. You can get the donut. You can get the donut with sprinkles. You can get the donut with icing, or you can get the donut with all that and milk. Of course you want all that. And then you want the napkins, right? This, if I get him here, that's the donut. I get him over there at the Rivals, that's the icing. I get him on the way out of the movie, that's the sprinkles. I get him at the after party, there we go, there's the milk. So if he gives us love all 3 times, it could be a profitable evening.
To me, it's always been interesting why people are pursuing celebrities for autographs and contact with them. We are very celebrity obsessed, and that seems to even blown up even more in the age of the internet. And we're even closer to them because between Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and everything, we now see them and see what they're doing, and we get to follow their lives even more closely. It's still interesting to me why when you see a celebrity, you want to get their autograph, you want to be close to them. Is it something that's just an interest? They're collectors, they want to collect every actor in the Brady Bunch and the series of 60s television shows. Is it a passion, or is it something that goes beyond that?
Once we start collecting a show or a movie, we normally finish it before we take a break. I think we just finished the Brady Bunch.
Hey, you guys. Oh, my nose!
I'm Alina Eves, I'm 17 years old, and I am an autograph collector. I kind of do a circle around my room, and I'll focus on like one thing. I'll be like, oh, look at all those Gilligan Islands, they're so pretty. And then I'll move around the room. So behind you we have the Munsters. We have all of them, which took forever.
I'm all ready for the drag strip.
You have Queen. Wait, that's not
I don't
Queen.
have Queen.
That's someone else.
It's David Bowie.
Oh, David Bowie. Sorry, I'm sorry. I get confused. There's too many old people.
While I was walking down the street, the neighbors started booing me. Booing me? Do you know what that does for my ego? Your ego could use a little booing.
I got here early one show to meet David Cassidy.
David Cassidy. David Cassidy.
David Cassidy!
Let's do it. I thought he's going to draw a big crowd. So I got here early, I was in line, and finally David Cassidy shows up. Long line of people waiting to get his signature. All of a sudden they start coming back saying, he's not going to sign anything Partridge Family. And everybody in line was just like, what? So the Partridge Family have a hit song called I Think I Love You. I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of? Easily hundreds of people started singing I Think I Hate You. I think I hate you. And I was standing there going, okay, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Ned Ryerson, I did the whistling belly button trick at the high school talent show.
Bing!
Bing!
This isn't about a bottom line. The autograph is like the picture in the high school annual. You know, you don't look at the picture in the high school annual and go like, oh, look at me with hair. No, you look at the picture in the high school annual and you remember when you dated Sally Dacus, and you remember when you dated Julie Davis, and how you told her you were going to take her out for a Coke, and you stop off at a filling station and go get a Coca-Cola from a machine and toss it through the window at her. You remember all of this stuff when you see that picture.
My first autograph was a Harrison Ford autograph.
Everything's under control, situation normal.
What happened?
Had a slight weapons malfunction, but everything's perfectly all right now. We're fine. We're all fine here now, thank you. How are you?
I work in a special needs field, behavioral therapy with individuals with autism and Down syndrome. I've coached Special Olympics for 15, 16 years. I helped coach some of the first individuals with Down syndrome to complete marathons in American history.
48-year-old Jimmy Jensen is the only person with Down syndrome ever to complete New York City's marathon.
Yeah, Jimmy, that's my guy.
Let's do it. Let's do it all the way.
One man going the distance, inspiring an entire community.
Nobody gives us respect. You know, it's like I'm the Jackie Robinson of autograph collecting. All 4 of my photos are signed by like 12 or 15 people. So that was like $1,200 worth of photos in my hand that he ripped out of my hand. If they would have been damaged, I would have gone to jail for beating the shit out of the guy. He's telling us that he's not going to sign right here, so excuse me. Excuse me, Ma. Fucking move out of the rob. I asked you nicely twice, and you just fucking stand still. Don't be a dick.
Jackie Robinson slams a triple to left center.
When this letter showed up, I was literally beside myself. Couldn't believe that I got a full-page handwritten letter from Andy Kaufman. But it's been authenticated by Lynn Margulies, who was his girlfriend, and also Bob Zamuda, who was his writing partner. And they said, oh, no, that's Andy's crazy handwriting. And his mask doesn't stay on very well. I have a huge collection of all kinds of stuff from movies and television shows, and especially autographs. When I was a kid living in cold South Dakota on a snowy winter day, and the mailman brings that big white envelope that says Universal Studios, you know, I can't wait to see what's in here. And you'd open it up, and it was an 8x10 black and white glossy of whomever. It's like, oh, this is going into the scrapbook. That's great. It was my connection to Hollywood. My mom had written to a guy named Bill Dana, who played a character named Jose Jimenez.
Well, here is Bill Dana as the astronaut. So let's have a nice welcome for
She had written to him and gotten a signed autograph, and she had it, she probably still does. And I thought it was really so cool that she could write to somebody that we saw on television and he would respond with a signed photo. So then I got the idea to start buying some of those magazines like Photo Play or Screen Stars. In the back would have 3 or 4 pages of addresses of different people that you could write to. Well, there's Julie Newmar, a great Catwoman, Burt Ward Robin, Adam West right there, to my old pal Wally.
They're used to curious sights, which they attribute to alcoholic delusions.
Christopher Reeve, Helen Slater, Superman, Supergirl. Mark Hamill signed the Return of the Jedi one for me. Billy Zane wore this Phantom costume in The Phantom.
I've worn it all my life for protection. Never really understood what that meant until right now.
You can see there's the knife wound that they put actually in the costume. In the scene, he gets stabbed in the side with a knife.
Relax, pal. Relax. Come and see Billy Zane from Titanic, Back to the Future. Come and see a star. You came to see Hollywood and see a star. We got a star for you.
All right.
Over here.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Enjoy Hollywood. Come and meet Billy Zane. He's here to see you. He came to Hollywood to see a star.
A real man makes his own luck. Billy Zane, Titanic.
A real man makes his own luck, Archie. Right, Dawson? Do you have anything to declare?
Oh, yes, that I'm very happy to be here.
I'm Juliet Mills, and I'm here at the famous Chiller Festival in Parsippany, New Jersey. People are so nice, so complimentary, so grateful.
Somebody from my past, being a child, you know, you always wish you could go back, but you can't, so it reminds you of being a child.
I'm meeting people that have watched my shows, going way, way back to Nanny and the Professor.
Nanny?
Hello. Oh, good evening, Professor.
Good evening.
I ran out of air in the hall closet.
Yes, I suppose you would.
And they say to me things like, "You've made my day, thank you."
No pleasure.
And you know, for somebody to say to you, "You've made my day," that's pretty much makes you feel good.
I'm not just here to make a buck. I'm here to give you an entertainment. This is a first-time event that we're hoping to do 5 or 6 of. What it involves is a car show in conjunction with a signing situation for different Dukes people, the people that were involved with Dukes that are still around, and then a concert.
Boss, it's a race!
Yeah, we'll sleep with Duke's Hazard. Daisy, you want to see her shake her ass? What's up?
Sugar, can't you find it in your big, warm heart to not give my poor little cousins a nasty, nasty ticket?
Daisy, this is my daughter, Daisy. I named that.
What?
It's a pleasure
All right, honey. Nice to meet you.
Have a blessed day.
Nice to meet you.
And you're having fun.
people in their 70s or 80s come up and ask for an autograph, bringing their great-grandchildren.
Give me some scan. All right. You give me 5? Good job.
They showed up, they would wait in line for 5 hours to get an autograph. It's worth it to walk down the line every 20 minutes or so and just engage those people. This is how I get my exercise. Which one do you want? If you want either one of these or both of them, grab them and just pay when you get up there. Anybody want, you want anything? I think you should. You'll like it. The disclaimer is in the first song, there's the word masturbation. But that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about. Anybody here? You can't use that.
You got to be strategic about this sometimes. The security guard just said that George is just going to hop right into his car and probably not come over to the fans at Campbell to sign autographs because he's got his premiere tonight. I'm strategically placing myself to where I can still see whether he signs or not. If he comes over and signs, then I can still run back over there. But if I go straight to the premiere, then I can't see that. So if he signs over here, I'm going to run over there to go get him. If he doesn't, I'm going to run over to the premiere. I might have made a huge mistake staying back there.
On the one hand, there's like getting a signature and maybe interrupting someone at dinner, which I think sucks personally, but that's going a certain distance. And then I've had clients who've been stalked because of their celebrity status, and that's beyond interest or passion or collecting. That's something that goes further.
We're kind of like mini detectives because we had to find people who didn't want to be found, and we found them every day. I'm Jeff Summers, professional autograph collector. Been collecting autographs since 1988. We had people that we would tip off, that we'd give tips to, they would tip us off, and then we'd pay them. Yeah, we used to call the airlines. We knew everybody. We had all the agents' names written down, and so we would say we're that person, and back then, previous to 9/11, they wouldn't even ask for any other identification, and we would ask about our clients and what time was the limousine pickup at the airport, and the airlines would just give the information to us. And they would try to disguise themselves. They'd put scarves over their hair, and they wouldn't have makeup on. They'd be looking down, and they didn't want to be noticed. And I was really good at picking out people that were trying to hide. They had to have a permit to film anything, movie, TV, documentary, music, video, sports show, whatever it was. And that office was in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard. Shows were listed on a big sheet of paper like this every single day. And you would go there, you would get those addresses, you would look up what it is, who's filming, what movie's being filmed there, and then you would take your photos and go down there and you would get autographs, and you would know everything for the whole day. This used to be the world famous Hollywood book and poster, where all the autograph collectors would come and get their photos to get signed by the celebrities. We used to chase rock bands from here all the time after the show. We would follow those limousines to wherever they were going, whatever night spot they were going to, whatever hotel they were going to, wherever they went to party, basically. As in every once in a while, one of the celebrities would see you, and they would come and they'd come to that fence and they'd sign for us. And if they didn't, we were parked either here or like right here. And the car zoomed out after the show, we would follow them to wherever they went. I bet nobody even comes up here to do this anymore, right? Red Bull Mike probably doesn't even come to this place, huh?
I'm able to get people's autographs no matter what because I'm good at climbing over people if I have to, or slipping in between the cracks. And it's not necessarily being more aggressive than they are. It's just I've done this, for 19 years, so I just know all the tricks.
Back when I first started acting in the 90s, I didn't understand that people who had a clipboard with 100 cards for you to sign outside an event, it's not because you were so great and they loved you. It's because they were selling them.
Do you mind if I stand in front of you to get some autographs, if that's okay? Is that okay?
If they come, I will let you.
Yeah, I wanted to try to get there before it starts, so nobody gets squished. I don't want your baby girl to get hurt. This is going to be a mosh pit. Do you know what a mosh pit is? Everybody's going to push, so hold on to her, okay? Excuse me. Are you fucking kidding me? Excuse me. Go. Excuse me. Did they just pull him away already? Are you kidding me? Wow. Oh, what a fucking waste of time. What a waste of time. It's time for like 4 people and walked away. When you go to these premieres and you get there late, you're always stuck behind people and sometimes children. And you gotta choose what's worth more, your integrity and who you are as a human by not hurting a child by pushing through the crowds or trying to make that money. You know, that's the name of the game. If you don't get there early, you don't get the spot. If you don't get the spot, you don't get the graph. You win some, you lose some.
The comic book gods bless the people that are most prepared. Being a nerd, being a geek is all about supreme preparedness. Like, I was in line sitting next to this dude, and, you know, I'm thinking we're going to see the same thing. So we're talking and chatting, and then we get to the point where, like, so you're here to see the DC thing? He goes, no, man, I'm here for, you know, Doctor Who, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, when is that panel? Oh, that's 8 hours from now. I just want to be early. The rule of thumb is the early bird gets the worm. And so, yeah, you look kind of silly waiting in line 8 hours later and no one's in line with you that's for the same panel. But guess what? When that panel starts, he's gonna have his choice of wherever he wants to sit, wherever he wants to do, and it's worth it in the end. George Perez is gonna be in Vegas in a couple months, and that news just hit, and Stash fam, we're beyond excited. I wanted to show you, boom, Crisis. Now, if you can see, this is Crisis #1. George Perez, he did this beautiful cover. He is my favorite comic book artist in the whole world, probably one of the more influential modern artists from the 70s and the 80s. George Perez is a huge, huge legend. I'm not a Marvel guy, but Infinity Gauntlet is pretty huge. And he just wrote an email to all his fans saying that he's gonna be retiring. And so this Vegas trip is like the last West Coast trip, Amazing Vegas Con. If you got the money to pay for it, you can do like VIP, and I don't even know what that means, you know? To me, if you show up early, you should be able to get what you need to get.
I'm Virgil, WWF, wrestling superstar. My character is more like the bodyguard. You stand there and you take no shit. My art form is the gift of gab. Okay?
So what's this look? What we doing now?
It costs 20 picture, and I'll take a picture with you too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Any one you want? Huh? SUL? Oh. Like the devil, huh? Come on, you get a picture, come on. Not no WWE. WWF.
He came right back up. We're talking about Virgil.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, that's Scorpio's hat.
I got the ponytail hole.
That's legit Virgil, man.
He's game to do whatever needs to be done to make some noise and to put him back in front of everybody.
Holy cow. Virgil.
My name is Paige.
My name is Sean Megan. We are the life of the party.
They look alike.
There's no way that you're Virgil.
No way. These guys, they must be twins.
We love making money, and we also love celebrities and finding ways to work with them.
$1 million belt.
There it goes right there. Make sure, like,
Make sure it.
Right.
Virgil.
His story is one of perseverance. He's a household name to a giant community of wrestling fans.
Generation.
He's a household name to a generation of wrestling fans. We produce high-level wrestling shows. One day, Virgil just showed up as if he was booked on the show. And we're like, okay, Virgil's here. I love the fact that he just showed up and that he just put himself into the position of, hey, I'm gonna be a part of the show. I'm gonna set up a table and I'm gonna try and make some money off these guys.
You know how many cops I took pictures with? How many judges I took pictures with? What's your name? Jason. How you spell the name? Get it right. So WWF. Like using autographs, like say 8x10, you can charge 20, 25. And say a guy wants to take a picture with you, you charge him 20, okay? And we'll take a picture, come on. Hey, have your man take a picture right here. Yep. Uptight, baby, come on. Let's get one. So if they want to get a boom, boom, 8x10 in a picture, that's 45. That ain't bad knockdown for just 1 minute, is it?
With the autograph, we're talking about the desire to say, I want your signature on this thing that you made that I want to then preserve. And that starts to really take shape in ancient Greece, where you have figures like Aristotle, who collected maps and rare manuscripts and wanted them all signed. The great library of Alexandria had over 700,000 documents and texts and books that were, for the most part, signed in original hand. And then you fast forward a little bit into the Renaissance. You start seeing the autograph and the desire for the signature becoming less about fame and more about a circle of friends. And this is when the idea of the friendship book, an early predecessor of the autograph album, starts to take over.
James Bond. I wonder if you'd be kind enough to sign my autograph book.
The real celebrities that made people go into a frenzy to get their autographs were not Hollywood. They were writers who, in the 19th century, James Fenimore Cooper, Walt Whitman, Washington Irving, these were the people that autograph collectors fiended over. So much so that this idea of the autograph collector as a nuisance or a parasite dates back to the 19th century, before Hollywood, when you had Washington Irving talk about autograph collectors as the mosquitoes of literature, or Walt Whitman called collectors autograph monsters.
Autograph hounds are a specific thing. I mean, I tend not to sign for them because they're not paying me and they're going to go make money off this. So sometimes I will, depending on the person. Sometimes I feel bad and I'm like, fine, go make your eBay money.
There were several Hollywood films in the 1930s and the 1940s that featured characters who were autograph collectors or autograph hounds.
You web-footed autograph hound!
Yo, what up, Stash Bros? You know, it's Mike. We're gearing up to go see George Perez in Vegas at Amazing Con, man. Bring all those books, man. We're trying to get as much ink on these babies as possible. We don't know how it's going to go down. Let's get there early.
It is 5:52 a.m. Almost 6 a.m.
We're still the first 10 here and shit, you know what I'm saying? That lets you know how dedicated we are, you know? Oh, yeah. George Perez, baby. Now we gotta see if we can go up in here and get our badges right away and put our flag in the ground. So right in here, we're gonna see George Perez, and we're gonna be the first people to get our badges, and we're probably gonna be the first people lined up to get our tickets. It's gonna be brilliant. It's gonna be genius. Can't freaking wait.
I'm Greg Marmalard, president of Omega House.
It's a film that's really been handed down, father to son now.
What I gotta do,
I get...
Sorry.
You get us together for some of those shots, and it's like we click back 40 years right into that same energy that John Landis created.
Do you mind if we dance with your dates?
Why, no, not at all.
no one else can compare.
So these are some things that fans do for you.
Remember, somebody found this on eBay. Oh, you know who found it? Timothy Chalamet, the kid from Call Me By Your Name. Found this and said it was the best thing ever and put it on Instagram. So it became really famous.
What's interesting about it are the people who go, because they're either very, very cool, interesting, movie-loving people, or they're freaks.
Where your money at? Get your money up. Serve products that can get some more and you double up. Where your money at? Get your money up. Serve products that can get some more and you double up. Where your money at? Get your money up. Serve products that can get some more and you double up. Where your money at? Get your money up. Serve products that can get some more and you double up. Where your money at? Get your money up. Serve products that can get some more and you double up. Where your money at? Get your money up. Serve products that can get some more and you double up. First time, gym time.
I'm here representing myself as a porn star and adult model, meeting my fans, selling DVDs and pictures. I'll ask them which titles they like, what they like about my work, all kinds of short conversations with them, and it's really, really nice.
I'm a porn star. I'm here to entertain the world. When we set up stuff like this, we set it up in about a month in advance to let everybody know we down here. You have a lot of people in general that want to meet us, that want to see us, that want to autograph us, keep us for memories forever.
Where I am? AdultCon 2019 at the LA Convention Center. I got pictures with Eden Blair. I actually did a video with her, a nice spanking video like I did with her last year.
So many of my fans are so incredibly nervous when they meet me. It's part of why I wear little branded stuff like my Star Wars top that I have on today, because sometimes it's easier for them to start a conversation about Star Wars than to walk up and shake my hand knowing that if they say they're a fan, that means they masturbated to me, right?
I have fans that was basically like, me and my girl was sitting down, was watching TV, and we wanted to try something different, so we put a porn on. Honestly, my wife don't know that I kind of watch you. And then when he put it on, I was like, oh. And what they try to do is mimic the stuff that I do. When I hear that people really want to be like me, it feels good. I mean, it feels good to be an icon. Sometimes I wish I need titties. Cause man, being female sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, they make billions. We make hundreds. You know, it gets there, but it's okay. It's all right. My website doing good, so.
Someone will hand you the pen that you are to use. You're ready to use this pen, and they've blocked the whole photograph. They only given me one section, and my autograph, it does what it does. You know, I need a little room. Oh, right here, only right here with this pen. I just go, and half of it's not there, and I give it back to them, and they go, oh. And you go, yeah.
I charge my friend $80 for this one, and you know, if I charge another customer, it'd probably be $100. So this is the one that he bought, and then this is the one I'm going to keep because he signed it in a different spot, a better spot, right here in the upper right-hand corner. I was traveling over the last 5 months, state to state, doing 13 different Comic-Cons, and I didn't have a place of residence, so I've been sleeping in my van for the last year almost. Now I have 3 buckets that are based upon TV shows, and when I go to an event that they're at, I pull them out based upon the show that I know that they were in, and I'll get the stack of photos. On the page, I'll try to keep notes of who I got on the photo already, so I know who I'm missing. And, you know, I separate it by, you know, like the popular movies and whatnot. So this is a larger photo, so it's in a different section. So it's already signed by Gal Gadot, Ray Fisher that plays Cyborg, and it's already signed by Ezra Miller that plays The Flash. So I need Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck, and Henry Cavill to finish. And they're all signed by the same 3 people, all 4 of them. So when they get finished, they'll be worth a grip of money.
Oh, wow, they really just vanish. Huh? Oh, that's rude.
One of my clients who was going to one of these signing things, he wasn't just signing things, he was leaving and somebody was following him out and following him to his car and wanted to, you know, he was getting uncomfortable with the interest. You know, there's getting a signature, there's shaking hands, and then there's obsession.
We followed Barbara Streisand all the way to her house in Malibu one time. She was not too pleased. Over here on the right, there's a street that you make a right on. It's like a cul-de-sac. And that's where we followed De Niro. Robert De Niro got out and said, "Why are you guys following me?" And we said, "We just want to get some autographs." He goes, "Oh, autographs? That's all? Okay." And then he goes, "Okay, we're done, right? You're not going to follow anymore." I'm like, "We need to get a picture with you." He goes, "Oh, no pictures." I go, "We'll just follow you." He goes, "Pictures," puts his arm around us like this and took pictures with all of us. There's like 5 or 6 of us.
When Mod Squad came out, we're still here. We're still in love with this man, with that show, and his light and energy carries through all of us.
Look, if Bo took pictures, I want to look at his house.
I really don't like to call them fans. They're my friends.
Viewmaster, it's a 3D device, high-tech in the 60s. It's got 9 pictures on each reel, 3 reels of the entire episode of one of the shows of Mod Squad.
I drive a tractor trailer cross country. Sometimes if I have an hour left of driving, I replay it in my mind. It gets me down the road for an hour. Thank you.
I've watched my signature change over time. It used to be 2 names, Bruce Campbell. And then it just, I don't know what happened. It just, I'm a lefty, but so something, it snaps in your wrist. If you do enough of them, so it's farted into one. It went from 2 names to 1. I couldn't identify the year, mid-90s, I'm thinking. Because I see an old poster of Army of Darkness and go, oh, back when I used to put my whole name. And then it took on one form to the point where I'd hand it back, and one guy goes, no, I wanted your name on this. I'm like, dude, that is my name. He goes, that's your name? I said, yeah, suck it, man. The bank takes it.
We've heard some disappointing news.
What I was told was the people that paid the VIPs, they get in front of the line first. So no matter how early we get here, they get in front of us because they paid.
And we were first, we were first.
Things are not looking good. I can't miss Perez. I've got too much of his stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I'm right there with you, man. And there might be a chance because we can spend $150 to get the VIP thing that we won't get the George Perez autographs.
Most of us brought 15, 25 books for George, and now we may get 5, maybe, and that's if we get a ticket because VIPs could rush over there.
They're saying there's only going to be 50 tickets. Wait, whoa.
You have it.
Whoa. 15 people can get to It's going to be gone by the time I get up to the entrance.
It's morphin' time. Yellow Ranger power. Ninja Ranger power now. Yeah! We were in Pensacola, Florida, and this guy came up to us with his kids and was like, I want you to sign me, and I'm going to go get it tattooed. And so we're like, yeah, man, whatever. He pulls down his pants. And I wouldn't have believed it, but my co-stars, they had signed it the year before, so they were on the top of the butt. And me and Austin St. John, who was the Red Ranger, we had to sign the bottom part of the butt. Dang, man. Best selected body part to sign.
He had me sign my autograph on his hip.
This is good way of getting this attention.
And then he got it and made it into a tattoo. So bam on that, right?
That is Stan the Man Lee. I had him sign a backing board, and then I went out about 3 weeks later and got it tattooed on my arm.
There's a girl who's got all the Craft Girl's signatures on her body. I don't know. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know.
I once saw this guy on the news who had hundreds of autograph tattoos. That's on another level.
This whole world record bag piece, it didn't really start as a world record. It was never my intention to break a world record. I don't really care how bad it turns out because it's not about the quality, it's about the idea of the whole thing. I think I'm gonna have to go to the butt cheeks when I run out of space.
Autograph collecting has always been about the fantasy of proximity. Not just that when you get that one object or that one signature, but that you know the person.
I've worked hard to earn the respect from those actors, that they like me back in return. Because if they don't like me, then I'm not going to get multiples from them. So, people ask me why am I not a paparazzi, and that's exactly why. Because I'd rather be the actors' friends than their enemies. Elizabeth, would you mind signing, sweetie? Would you mind signing? I took the pen cap off. You're like a ninja. You're always sneaking out on me. You're like a ninja. You're always sneaking out on me. You're rare. You're like a ninja. You're always sneaking out on me. Thank you very much. The cap is off. Appreciate it. How you been, man? Thanks for signing my Speechless cast photos the other day. I've had these for like 5 years. I never see you. You always try to hide.
Go to ground.
I can speak for myself only. I don't chase them to their houses. Once in a while, I'll run a block to catch them at a stoplight, and they'll roll down their window of their car. Tiffany, can you roll down and sign real quick? I missed you by 30 seconds. Is it okay? No. Thank you very much. I took the pen cap off. It's been a few years since I've asked you.
How are you?
Doing okay? I'm actually struggling. I got in a car accident a month and a half ago. Guy ran a red light, totaled my cargo van. Now I'm sleeping in a U-Haul, taking showers at the 24-hour fitness above the arc light.
So sorry.
So I appreciate this. You're helping me out. I really, really do appreciate it.
Pricing is always a thing.
Yes.
Where do you price it? Are you old school pricing, new school pricing. If you have a big hit show, you're not cheap because you're cashing in right at that moment.
Death. And there is only one thing we say to death. Not today.
I'm Bai Ling, and I'm an actress. I landed from the moon. I always feel that way. I feel like I'm kind of alien to experience life on Earth, to get to meet new people and doing new projects, to have fun and show my talent. I'm like reliving this dream world with this fantasy world, but become a reality in these Comic-Cons. But I like it because it's an opportunity you get to meet your fans. They're so excited. They're always like, oh my God, it's Spidey. It's this, like they were so excited. They prepare like for few months to get a trip, to have enough money to print all the picture, posters, and to take so many of them to come to see you. Yeah, it's Brandon Lee's shoe. Oh my God.
Thank you very much.
Wow. They asked me for my underwear. I didn't understand. I said, what did you say? They said, I want your underwear. I said, why you want my underwear? I didn't understand. They said, well, I want your underwear without washing it. I was like, it's like, to me, it's like shocking. I said, I couldn't follow their thought. Then afterwards, I said, oh my God, this is creepy. It's crazy.
So with the rise of the popularity of the autograph in the United States, you start seeing the first kind of professional collectors, and then the first shop, the first commercial store dedicated to signed manuscripts appears in New York in the late 1800s. It's at that moment that autographs become associated with a market.
My name is Naomi Hampel, and my father, in 1925, started the Argosy bookstore. I have been here my entire life and actually working here the day after I graduated from college, and I never left. And that is many, 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 many decades ago. Right now, we're in the autograph department, which is the top floor, and everything on this floor is signed by somebody who's famous. On the walls alone, I have about 5,000. There's Shirley Booth.
It ain't mine to sell. It's yours.
Antonio Banderas.
I'm just looking for a man. Not yet.
Mel Brooks.
The Lord Jehovah has given unto you these 15. Wait. 10 commandments.
You're actually touching what that person touched. Somebody was holding that paper and put the pen to paper and thought about it, because there was no typewriters or computers for certain. It just was so interesting to me that you could own something like that. This document actually establishes the salary of Washington and Adams. And they decided that the president should get $25,000 a year, and the vice president $5,000 a year. There was a lot of grumbling, mostly from Adams, who didn't think that $5,000 was enough. And to have a document that proves it, signed by Jefferson before he was president, it's very exciting to me to have that.
The top 10 most expensive autographs. John F. Kennedy's autograph on the morning newspaper just 2 hours before he was shot is valued at $40,000. A 1963 Gibson guitar with the words "Rock On" signed by Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin sold for $73,000. Albert Einstein. Einstein enjoyed this funny picture of himself so much, he ordered a few copies and signed them. The last going for $75,000. This autograph is also one of the most forged. A one-page job application form filled out by Steve Jobs 3 years before he co-founded Apple brought in $174,000 at an auction. Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe's signatures together on a baseball sold for $191,200 in 2006. Jimi Hendrix's contract with his autograph goes for $200,000. His contract, however, only gave him 1% of the profits from sales of his music. Babe Ruth. $388,375 was the final result of a jaw-dropping bidding war over a 1927 Babe Ruth signed baseball. $525,000 was paid for this John Lennon autograph that he gave to his killer only hours before he was shot and killed. Abraham Lincoln signed 48 copies of the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. The last one sold in 2010 for $3.7 million. George Washington's personal copy of the Acts of Congress with his signature on the first page was sold at auction for $9.8 million.
If you go buy, a signed baseball card right now on eBay, there's going to be people selling it to you that will say this one comes with a certificate of authenticity. So it's not just a stamp, but it was actually signed. And so this idea of authenticity is really important to the history of the autograph, because we've got to remember when we talk about the autograph, no matter what form we're talking about it in, we're always talking about it in its root word, the auto, the self, and the graph from scratch.
I have a great Telly Savalas signed photo. It says, "Wally, who loves you, baby? Telly Savalas." Was it really signed by Telly Savalas? Who knows?
Who loves you, baby?
A good friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, one of his first jobs when he started working in showbiz was learning how to sign John Travolta's signature. And he would sit in a room with 20 other people who also learned how to sign John Travolta's signature and would just sign John Travolta pictures all day to send out for fan mail.
Your Lee is real? Jesus, is there another one?
It's a very unusual movie, and it was very true to life.
Fanny Bryce, one of my favorites. Do you think you could pay in cash?
I was the one who dealt with her many, many times, Lee Israel. I bought some stuff from her.
How does 175 sound? Sounds terrific.
I and every other dealer was taken in by her brilliant idea. She wrote in the style exactly of the person she was faking, and it was really amazing.
Hugh Jackman.
Jackman.
No, Hugh Jackman. Jackman, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at $3 grand a pop.
I wouldn't do that. I mean, the problem is, like I said, that's personalized. Hopefully, I'm kind of like a matchmaker of memorabilia. To really find a great home for the pieces that do come in. My job is to help you figure out what you have. Hi there, are you getting things authenticated? People come in and they don't know what they have. They know they have something because it's signed or it was worn by somebody or it's a story. This is from Washington to Trump. Okay, all 45 presidents all together. Unbelievably selected, right?
Remember, be extra. Victor speaking.
Victor, my fiance, he was a singer-songwriter. I was a model actress, so we were in the industry. He kind of got into this business, and next thing we knew, we were doing this end of it.
New Orleans jazz. Let me know the best you could do on that one.
It's a Mickey Mantle bag, signed in about 1990.
As you can see, we can get pretty busy here.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up, Victor?
Oh, man.
Oh, hey, Jeff.
The head runner.
Hey. Wouldn't Marlon Brando spit on you?
No, that was Mel Gibson. Here's me with Eddie Vedder, the lead singer of Pearl Jam, autographed.
Oh, when you've been doing this for such a long time, you kind of get a feel for autographs itself. Maybe what, 500?
For which?
For the Kurt Cobain?
No.
It's only on a little index card.
I know, and then you can people can mat it with any single photo that they want.
But there's nothing really fabulous on it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's no other. I mean, look, I like it. I personally like it. Hold on 1 second.
American Pie. Of American Pie.
Hi, bye, everybody.
That's funny. That pie.
Drip. It's not what it looks like. Here's a Mark Bolan. Very rare signature.
Hey, Keita, you know who Mark Bolan is?
No, who's Mark Bolan? I know who he is. Who is he?
Steve Rex. Gotta get on, Geo. Get it on.
You know the song,
and I don't know it.
It's called Bang It On.
I totally don't know it. Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, this Victor.
Hi there. Are you getting something authenticated today?
If you have a VIP Ultimate Fan Package or any one of these cool wall package lanyards, it is just about time to enter the hall. Please Please remember, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a bag check. They will be looking for your lanyard and your wristband.
Every promoter is different too. How they set this whole business up.
We celebrate. Are we starting over? This is SuperCon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, the best event of the year.
When we first started, I think everybody just kind of thought we were a bunch of geeks. And now it seems like they're really getting behind it.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to
My muffler broke last week, so be prepared. It's a little noisy. Well, we have a lot of awesome guests coming. We have Ian White, who played the Giants on Game of Thrones.
So we actually have a step and repeat banner. We're just running a little bit behind, but as long as we can get that up and going.
Yeah, we can put up the step and repeat banner. Josh, where is the step and repeat banner? Awesome. We have the step and repeat. You know where it's at, right? It should have been up. This is all Josh, so he can figure it out. It's our 4th year doing it, so everybody's starting to get behind us. The city has been amazing. That's why we have SIOUX in SuperCon, just because getting community involvement is very important to us. So SuperCon this weekend, it's all for charity. Those for-profit cons can get a little greedy and dicey, and our con is all about the experience. Just got a email. Unfortunately, Ian White is not going to be able to make the con. He has a filming conflict.
No. When I found out about Ian White leaving, I was pissed. It was kind of like getting kicked in the balls. But then I got out to the car and I was like, fuck.
Unfortunately, you guys are the first people to know, but Ian White did have a filming thing and he had to cancel. So Ian White from Game of Thrones isn't coming, but he's contractually obligated next year to come. But it's going to be bigger and better than ever this year.
All the groups messaged me and they're like, we're just going to help make it the best one ever. And it was touching.
With an autograph, at least the actors have a choice. Yes or no if they want to sign. Sometimes, yeah, we'll beg a little bit. It's only 2 of us asking, but because is it okay, sweetie? I waited patiently, Vivica. Is it okay, sweetie? I've been here for 5 hours. Any chance? Is it okay, sweetie? Once you get safely in the car? You're not mad.
All right, we're here, you guys.
Vivica, is it okay now that you're safely at your car?
What is it that you need?
I'm just gonna ask her for an autograph if it's okay.
Okay, she does a big shit for everybody, so we're just gonna pass.
It's only 2 of us asking, Vivica.
She does it for you, she had to do it for everybody. Give me our keys.
Vivica, you
yes, thank you so much.
You know me for years. Is it okay, sweetie? Can you sign the Kill Bill shot?
Come on, bitch. All right.
Please?
It's not gonna happen tonight, I'm so sorry.
I don't understand. Are you mad at me, Vivica?
No, it's not about you, it's not personal. I have to, yeah, got it. It's not about you, I have to get her to
okay, don't. Vivica, please. Wow, I never thought I'd see the day that she stiffed. She didn't even fucking acknowledge me, didn't say nothing, couldn't speak like a decent human being. That's pretty cool.
I do have a method. If I've signed all weekend long, Saturday, Sunday, people pay their good money, they come in, but the 2 jokers who are waiting outside are, hey, Bruce, yeah. Oh, I just got off work. Yeah, that's it. I just got off work. Hey, can you sign my thing? And you hesitate, and he goes, come on, you make millions of dollars. Like I owed this guy, this cheap son of a bitch, who won't play by the rules like everybody else. So I'll use the opposite hand. You want an autograph and a photograph? Okay, I'm going to use my right hand. You said you wanted an autograph. That's an autograph. And a photograph, but I'm not really looking at the camera. I might just look off when I hear click. So you got what you wanted, and I got what I wanted, and away we go.
Sir, did you ever hear of the concept of other people? Me being that for the phone? Sir.
Foot fell asleep.
You're lucky. At least you got something to do. Try it like this. Right now. Right now. Get off the phone. This is my first time. I've never done this before. Well, I'm not famous. I don't have a line. And one guy, he went through the trouble to make a bobblehead of me. People will hear me talk. They go, "Who are you?" And I know you're someone, young person, 20 or younger. Drake and Josh, yeah. That's the classified Wizards of Waverly Place. Seinfeld, Dumb and Dumber. So yeah. So I always have to help them out. Like, where do I know you from? I'm also fascinated, like, why some of them do it. Like, someone says, like, Ed Asner, he doesn't need the money, but he loves the adulation. Dick Van Dyke, William Shatner just did, but they're older and they love the adulation. Now, John Cusack's been doing these. The guy, and you could look up online. It's not really accurate. There's a site, Celebrity Net Worth. And John Cusack, you would know he hasn't gone through divorces or gambled, so he's got money.
Just give me my money.
So why would he do this? He doesn't seem like a social guy. So that fascinates me. It was a great thing to do once.
I'm Dr. Lou George. I'm an oral and maxillofacial surgeon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota at Siouxland Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. We have a wonderful time out here in Sioux Falls. It's a great place to live. Dr. Doom, that's usually how I'm known, Dr. Doom. Welcome to our home, AKA Castle Doom. I wanted to do something different with my collection and not only have it on display for people to enjoy, but create an experience for them. So we're going to approach Doom's flag here and step right on it.
Access granted. You and the rest of your pathetic Avengers are mere insects.
If you're as much of a nerd and lover of this stuff as I am, there's a great way to express it. Autographed Stan Lee portrait of Doom, and then of course Fantastic Four #5, a coveted grail, the first appearance of Dr. Doom in the Marvel Comics. So this room in here is the fabled sports room. I'm a huge Mets and Giants fan. She's a huge San Francisco Giants and 49ers fan. But some other players and sports icons on these walls that have nothing to do with either team are figures that we remember from our childhood. And it just kind of brings us back to that era.
This is Satchel Paige, and he played for the St. Louis Browns back in a time when even baseball was segregated. So while Joe DiMaggio and Babe Ruth and those guys were being clamored after, getting autographs and accolades, nobody ever bothered really to ask any of the players from these Negro leagues for their autographs. So very rarely did they sign any, but this is one that Satchel Paige signed. He was a pitcher, a fantastic pitcher, and if he was playing today, it would be a very, very different story.
My favorite baseball player of all time is Dwight Doc Gooden.
The record. Dwight Gooden has set a new Major League record.
Dwight Gooden's actual Cy Young Award. We've become very good friends over the years, and he's decided that this would be the best place to put it. And there's something in here for everybody. Like I said, you will not find Dallas Cowboys in here, though.
Actually, there's one right above the door.
Actually, I'm sorry, you're right. If you turn around right above the door there you go. Those are for our Cowboys fans.
What is it? He said we have to run. Okay, yeah. Well, they haven't let us in yet. Well, we can't. We're not even in yet. So yeah, we'll run to the back. Okay. Oh! Fuck yeah.
You made it. Oh my God.
Make sure you get it.
No, I don't care.
Hey, we ran. Hey. So cool. It looks like we're all gonna make this. We got George Perez at 2:30. So it's looking like we can get out of here by like 3, which is fantastic. 2:30?
2:30? Oh, great. There you go.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Hey, we're so good on the 2:30s, guys. We're good.
I have a reputation to uphold, and I got to make sure that I don't get sued. So I don't get in fist fights because of that reason. I don't want to get a restraining order against me. That's happened in the past. And it's very hard to get past those. The unfortunate part is there's a lot of people, they poke the bear and they wonder why they get bit. Trust me, you don't want to mouth off to me because I'll punch you.
Hi, Mike. My name's Ben.
Bend over.
So now you really fucking with me.
I haven't actually seen any fights, but to be honest, I'm super nervous about that stuff, mostly because this is America.
It's so nice to meet the fans. It really
The
is.
fans. The fans get bananas out there.
Problem is, it's like piranhas going after a piece of meat. Every time in the water, it's like sharks.
Guys, come on now.
We're locked up. We're all civil.
Everybody line up. Everybody line up, guys. We
gotta go.
Hey, Chris, with Anna. You should be nice. You got a cross on your chest, man. You're cussing me out. You guys a bunch of money right now.
No.
Come on, man. Don't be a jerk.
Are you insane? I am insane. I am insane. I am nuts.
I'm not going to keep doing this, guys. You know, this is $200 a signature, so why don't you just go out and get a job?
I want a police report right now.
She pulled my arm down. I pulled her out of the way.
I like her fake cry.
Hey, don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. That's fine, but don't touch my stuff. You damage my property, I'm going to damage something of yours.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I will. Don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. Don't elbow me either. Don't touch my stuff, dude. Hey, Mike. If she doesn't mind signing, let her sign, okay? Let him keep it out of your face. I'm above his face. I'm nowhere near her. You need to pay attention to
Mike,
that.
be quiet.
Look at this guy's name.
You know what?
I'm injured.
Hey!
I'm injured. I'm injured. I had to need surgery. Damn it.
About 12 years ago when I got attacked by Kid Rock security guards, I lost my 99 Ford Mustang because of it. I don't want people thinking I'm the tyrant that they created on TMZ, on fucking YouTube. I'm a nice guy 90% of the time.
The financial component of conventions is the weirdest part, I'm going to be honest. For me, sitting at a table and having someone come up and give me money to talk to me feels a little like prostitution. But it's not.
I made sure I broke open the piggy bank.
I spent too much money, but I don't care.
I drove from Hayward. It's like 7 hours to just come to this thing. To pay money for autographs. I spent about easy $500. Today I've gone over that.
I make more money sitting here than I do sitting at home.
You know, you go home with a shoebox full of cash. And that's really fun, too.
If you go to some conventions and everybody's expensive, it sucks the air out of the room. And then people pay for one person and that's it.
Yeah, I got one just like in my living room. Who are you people?
Richard Dreyfuss, you know, I think it's $60 for him to sign anything. And they were waiting online all day long with Jaws lobby cards, Close Encounters. So he would get, let's say someone had 4 or 5 things, $60 each one, extra for a selfie. He made a lot of crazy money.
People can make a lot of money like that, and for an actor, you know, it's a good way to supplement yourself in between gigs.
Check the prices. Check them online. And look through. If you see the mid-range prices, you're good to go because no one will suck all the money out of your wallet. You can actually get to 4 or 5 of your favorite folks. So be smart as a consumer. Some of these conventions they'll take your money, man.
People save their money and for a lot of us, it's like, wow, you want to spend your money on that? And, you know, but we all place value in different things in life.
And he just walks away with giant duffel bags full of cash.
They like to take pictures with you, from wrestling events to golf tournaments, all ages. I took a picture I was holding a baby. and he had a little WWE shirt on. Bar mitzvahs. Right. Bar mitzvah? Yes, I did one. Yes. Yes, I did. I was standing right over the kid like that. Arms crossed. Giving a steer, like I can look right into your heart.
At a WrestleCon, a buddy of mine went into the urinal. Virgil walks in, uses the urinal right next to him. And he's looking and goes, oh, hey man, you're Virgil. And he goes, yeah. Bantered with him for about 30 seconds. Virgil took $20 from him to get an autograph. Hey man, I think you got Virgil.
If you can leave line right now, over the CBCS booth over here, George Perez is just sitting down and he's going through some paperwork right now if you want to meet him.
But is he on sign?
I don't know if he signs up, but he's going through like some of the verified signature stuff. If you want to meet him, now's your chance if you want to. George Perez just sitting over there, random again.
George Perez. Hey, that wasn't George Perez. That was a stunt double, though.
Alyssa, would you mind signing my Who's the Boss chat?
Sure.
After you get safely down the steps?
Thank you.
Right here, if you wouldn't mind.
And maybe if you're fame adjacent, you will become famous yourself. The frenzy of renown, right? That it produces a kind of a mania, because you want to be known. And you want to be known within the kind of culture of spectacle, of media spectacle and celebrity of contemporary society.
Did you like the flowers I bought you at Jimmy Kimmel?
I always appreciate when you bring me flowers.
Please. Thank you. It's only us two here. How's David doing?
He's wonderful.
Tell him the chubby redhead says hello. Sadly, I got in a car accident and I just recently became homeless. I kid you not. So you're actually really helping me out right now. A guy ran a red light and totaled my cargo van. And because of that, your other photos, you're actually lucky because they got soaking wet. So I would have had a lot more. I had the worst luck. I had a 30 pack that got completely ruined. $200 down the tube. I'm like, no. I was just telling him, I was like, I think she got here early because she's probably hosting this. I want to cry right now. I want to cry. I never get to one-on-one. This never happens. This is why I want to cry. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Alyssa. I'm going to start calling you Tom Hanks. Oh,
what?
Yep, upside down.
I did the red carpet. I did.
Thanks. I think that's the last one. Above and beyond. Alyssa, thank you. You mind if I get that picture with you? My hands are shaking out. You have no idea. You've been my childhood crush, so don't tell David. He's going to get mad. So every time you sign for me, you're such a sweetheart.
I got a bunch of Lost in Space signs today.
Well, let me tell you something, William Robinson. The male is nothing. The female is everything. Everything.
Well, she wrote, "Don't get lost in space." And I found that hilarious, and she's from the show Lost in Space.
If you want someone bad enough, you have to set stuff up well in advance.
It's the last time we're going to see you.
Yeah. Yes. Ever.
I'm so ready, man. Oh, I'm trembling holding these. Haven't been outside their cases in forever.
George effing Perez. Can I shake your hands?
No.
I just have to say, I've been waiting to meet you for years. I had to be here to say hi to you.
Take photos together?
Yes. Thank you so much, George. It's my pleasure, and I'm about to hop on this road. Thank you so much. Let me get out of everybody's way.
Dude, are you serious? Yes.
Okay, I'm officially now in a better mood.
Right?
We're resilient, man. The Stash Bros, we are resilient animals. All 12 crises they're done. They're blessed by Panos Perez. That's what we call them, Panos Perez. All 12, double sign. Boom, 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 boom. So, hey. You know, I feel like I'm winning here. You know what I'm saying? We're tired as hell right now. We're feeling good. Everybody got their critical book signed, so everyone's good. And we're going to go back home. I'll probably hit up a 7-Eleven and get me one of them strong-ass coffees.
On signatures, I spent $60. Which is not bad. Considering the circumstances, I came out like a bandit.
Yes!
I did my first convention post-COVID over in Europe, and it has changed it a bit. We were fist bumping instead of hugging.
But now when you're inside, yeah, there's like a plastic shield. So there's a lot of like Spock jokes.
Live long and prosper.
I think that fandom will always survive.
I've been staying at Airbnbs the last couple of days off the last few dollars that I had, and I didn't want to have to rough it. So I figured, okay, I'll go back to Mom's if I have to and stay there a month or two, save us some more money, buy another car, and then come back.
What's behind the celebrity autograph is an impulse. And that impulse is everywhere. The impulse is to outlast this moment. The impulse is to leave our mark on a world that doesn't really want us to leave our mark on.
I'm on an Amtrak, train 4, heading to Newton, Kansas, I think is where the drop-off point is, the switch. And I think I'm taking a bus at that point afterwards. I gotta double check on that, but I'm going to Oklahoma City after that to go stay with my mom and hope to God that it's all worth it to get back on my feet to try to save some money. I don't know if this will fit in the over compartment or not.
And to try to be remembered against all odds that, you know, we're gonna be forgotten. We all know this. We're all not gonna be here forever.
I'll never quit autographing. It's just, unfortunately, the car accident just put a riff in my plan, knocked the wind out of my sails for a little bit temporarily until I can buy another car.
And when you click into that, what do you do with that knowledge? That this is it?
If I was to have done what I just did this last week, getting Airbnbs every day, 30, 40 bucks a day, plus 20 to 30 bucks round trip and Ubers every single day, that'd be 70 bucks plus food, 20 bucks a day minimum. That's 90 bucks a day just to survive. That's not even paying my bills. So I'd have to come up with another $1,500 to pay the bills on top of that. So I'd have to make $100 to $150 a day just to break even to a certain degree. So I'm like, okay, at that point, I'm like, gotta swallow my pride, go stay with my mom for a month or two, and hopefully come back for San Diego Comic-Con at the end of July. That's the goal. At least go there for the week, get more autographs. Then if I have to go back to Oklahoma, so be it. At least I'll have a lot more merchandise too. I'm gonna work on my eBay store. I have 3,300 photos on it right now. I think I brought a couple extra thousand, so hopefully by the time I get back, I should have a couple grand to pocket if I don't buy a car during the time that I'm there. But if I can, I'd like to buy a used car or a new car and then come back. At least that's the goal. Find out if that actually happens.
One of the things you do with it is you say, well, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I'm not forgotten. Even if it's this little patch of sidewalk or putting my name up on an overpass when I know it's gonna come down in 8 hours. I want to at least say, I tried. I tried to leave my name. I tried to leave my mark. And for that moment, somebody might have seen me and bear witness to the fact that I was here.
This is not goodbye to autographs. It's just a see you later.
Come here, baby, and take a look. I just brought home my new autograph book.
Well, no, okay, cut. Fandom's a good word. All right. Okay, fandom. We celebrate. Are we cut? Are we starting over? We're celebrating nerds.
Dust to dust. If you don't kiss, your lips will rise. Autograph book. Won't sign my book for me. Autograph book. Saying it will live a happily.
Like, if I'm not one of the 200 people he gets to sign, I promise you giant man tears. Like, not even ashamed at all. Proud of my pride, yeah.
I've seen it before all the time.
Don't kiss by the garden gate. Love is blind, the neighbors hate. If in heaven we don't meet.
It's like evacuation on horror day. Evacuating, there's a gas station. Come on, Bill, let's get out of here. Everybody outside!
Won't you sign my autograph book?
gonna call it. It's a wrap. Today was a bust.
Bruce Campbell, that's my Hollywood sign. Now give me my damn money.